All right, you loyal listeners. Welcome to another episode of Agency Intelligence, where I give you that real agency intelligence and not the artificial that they try to make you believe out there. How are you doing, loyal listeners? Absolutely love being back with you. What an exciting time. There is so much growth going on out there in the world. I'm talking to agents all over the place who are doing new things, getting excited, building things they never thought they would build, getting structure that they never thought that they would get because they've been running their agency forever and they don't have any structure now. But it's amazing when you actually have a pipeline and a direct way of handling everything, things start to change. Seriously. And I'm sitting here telling you that I'm building it with you and attempting in many areas where maybe you have already built past me. So I'm nobody ahead here. It's what I say in the manual, and I also say it in the book. I'm not an expert here. I am building this with you guys, and this is really exciting. And I have some news on that. So I want to talk to you about that. This is going to be exciting. I'm going to kind of end with that. I want to take a couple minutes here, though. Actually, before I get on to the thing, I want to talk about how I really want to talk to you guys about using AI to help you with renewals. Okay. This is really big. I mean, I've been tinkering around with this for 7-8 months, but I'm telling you, it's another part of where it evens the field by enhancing you. We'll talk about that. Real quick, before I get on to that though, I want to talk about AI Indie Tech. You guys, here it is, August 5th. It's going to be opening for registration. The first 3 days, it's $99. Seriously, $99. Have you seen how much it costs to go to some of these other tech shows out there? Have you seen it? I mean, I love Applied. I go every year. I love Vertifor. I go every year. I love Hawksoft. I go every year. I love ITC. I go every year. But have you seen their costs? That's the whole reason why I do the cost what we do. $99 for the first 3 days, right? Goes on sale August 5th. So August 5th, 6th, and 7th, you're going to get it for $99. Now, BrainShare, which is normally $750, is only $600 for you in those first 3 days. So essentially, you can go to Indie Tech and BrainShare for less than you would normally be able to go just to BrainShare. Really. Look up Marcus Sheridan. Check out who he is. He's already been with us before. He's kind of a friend of our group here. Keep in mind, BrainShare is nothing more than a mastermind meeting that's live amongst us, and we open it up to other people. We only allow 100 people total in the room. Keep in mind, for Indie Tech, there's only 400 people allowed. We have 400 tickets for Indie Tech, 100 tickets for BrainShare. So here's the deal. If you've never come to BrainShare, we're going to sell out BrainShare in the first week or two. That means those 100 are going to be coming to Indie Tech. So really, there's only 300 seats if you're not planning on coming to BrainShare. So this is a really, really big time for you because I got to tell you, we have some great stuff. We only have 3 main stage speakers: Jeff Roy, Margot Giles, and Garrett Draghi. Garrett Draghi's acting as our futurist. This guy's selling on the blockchain, works for $1 billion agency. He's doing crazy. They're selling in the virtual world. They've sold a policy in the virtual world. It's crazy. He's going to be there ending it on Thursday. But then after that, we go on where I'm bringing in the DJ from the St. Louis Cardinals, Todd Thomas. He is a good friend of mine, and I'm flying him and his crew down, and we are going to end it on Thursday night. It's going to be fantastic. I encourage you, January 27th, 28th, and 29th, we have 27 classes that are taught by agents teaching other agents about the products they're using, and the CEOs or the tech people will be right there from that product to not only answer your questions of how the product could work in your agency, but also you have an agent up there telling you how it's working in their agency. So, I mean, I've set this up as an agency owner in mind. I don't have a tech company. Okay. I don't. I might soon if they don't get their stuff together, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. You come to it. Go to AINDietech.com, AINDIETECH.com. Go there and check this out August 5th through the 7th. Put it on your calendar right now. Grab your phone because you're listening to this on the road, or you're probably running, or you're swimming. You're doing something. Grab your phone, set the reminder. Hey, gotta get signed up on August 5th. Okay, that's gonna be important. I'm telling you, I promise you, this is not a gimmick. I'm allowing 100 people into BrainShare and 400 people into IndieTech. I do not have any more room for what we have planned. This isn't just like a conference where you just go to whatever class you want to. This is actually a planned event. So that's all that we have. Okay, went on too much about that. Apologize. I'm just getting excited, man. It's me getting excited from other people getting excited. I mean, I'm getting phone calls from tech companies that I'm learning about. I'm like, who in the heck are these people? And I mean, they have some really cool things. Let's talk about the simple things for you. ChatGPT is who I use. You can use Gemini. You can use Gronk. You know that I'm agnostic in this. I don't care who you use. They're all different models. They're kind of the same, but they're drastically different, but they're kind of the same. So just use what you want, okay? Use the one that you want. Which one's better? I don't know. I got some people that are like, Cass, I know you use Chat. I'm a big Claude person. Well, I was just talking to a guy yesterday. He uses Gronk because he likes X, you know? If you're really into X, the platform, that really kind of... It's molded that way off its models. Some like Gemini because it's huge in Google. Fantastic. In the book, I think it's chapter 3 or 2, I break down what AI is for you. Very simple terms. From machine learning to deep learning to generative intelligence to artificial, there's going to be advanced human, agentic. I break it all down for you so that you can get it in very simple terms. Book's due out. Yeah, it's done. It's at the editor. Cass isn't a very good writer, if you've ever got an email from me. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I'm hoping to have it out in people's hands within the next 2 to 4 weeks. My goal was the middle of July. I think it's going to probably be the beginning of August. But anyways, okay. So AI, I use it. So I have an account right now, and I have to tell you, I'm in the middle of this account, but I do this on others, but I'm really in the middle of this big one. So one, it's pretty close to, because we do a lot of large work comp. This is a package policy that I have with Carrier A, I will say. It's a very large social service for us. And they had an issue with a claim back in 2020. It was a large one. It was their fault. On the GL, they fixed it, did extensive, brought in consultants, redid all their processes. And then the thing that they got caught on was just the absolute littlest thing. Somebody actually ended up dying, and they got really pegged for it, if you want to know the truth. But the point is, Carrier stuck by them because that's the kind of great carrier they are. Boom, went all the way forward. And I mean, they paid over $1 million on this, folks. They stayed with them. Here we are. But this carrier is a very good carrier. Very well known, probably one of the top 4 that everybody would like to have in their agency, right? Those like auto owners, those Cincinnatis, those West Bends, those Eries, those different types of things. And when you get one of those great carriers, the great things about them that you may not realize is they usually don't non-renew your accounts. They'll go to the ends of the earth to try to renew that account, even if they're taking a big risk by their actuaries. But they believe in the agents. That's why we have this great relationship with these companies. Okay, and other companies that way too, but I know that those 4 are really known from talking to agents. The renewal that I got on this was just ridiculous. They keep getting anywhere between 15 to 20%. And through so many words, the underwriter's telling me, Cass, you're not hurting our feelings if you move this, right? You're looking at it, they're making a little money. They're really not. They had 2 really big storm losses in 22 and then just had one in 24. And probably, I don't know, $400,000, right in that range. They have huge amounts of property, over like $100 million in property, buildings spread all over the place. So when I get this, I'm estimating and talking with my underwriter. Got to have it. It's in August. It renews. We have to have it by the 1st of June to get it through the finance committee and then to the board, this whole process, right? If you guys write this stuff, you know how this works. And I get it, and I go in with the expectations that they're going to get about a 15 to 20% increase, closer to 15. This has kind of been my discussions with the underwriter and the territory manager and all the stuff like that. And they come back, and it's like 26%. And so we're talking about going from around $580,000 to $727,000. I was like, what in the world? I mean, yes, they had the storm loss, but that had nothing to do with them. I mean, it was basically a cat storm that took out freaking a 50-mile long stretch about 3 miles wide here in southern Illinois. So it's like, I mean, come on. But here's the thing. I started noticing things like us agents do, right? You're like looking at it, you're looking at the loss runs, you're looking over here at the renewal, you're looking at the inspection reports, you're looking at, maybe some other stuff that you have. But you know what's not fair? What's fair is they, the carrier, they have all that information, plus they have these really, really, really smart people called actuaries who break this stuff down 7 different ways from tomorrow to figure out what's the best way they can make a dime instead of a nickel. Right? That's what their job is. Cool. Awesome. That's how we stay afloat. That's how we keep this transfer of risk thing going. But the cool thing is now, agents, you have those tools. You actually have the same damn tools that those actuaries that are using. They're using ChatGPT and Gemini. You got the $20 Pro plan or Plus plan. They got the $200 Pro plan. That's it. And the thing is, your underwriter probably not equipped with it. Probably does it on the side when he's not supposed to because he's trying to figure out now how to combat me and how to combat you. Because I tell you, I noticed some things. I was like, okay, wait a minute. That's not justifiable there. Hey, really, there's more justifiable here. Why didn't they put more here when it's less over here? Did they take into account that, wait a minute, the workers' comp, and now we're raising the rate, moving them into a different class in the rate? Wait a minute. You start looking at all this stuff and you're like, okay, but it's always really hard to piece together, even when you see it as an agent. You know it in your head, but then, you call your underwriter and the underwriter's like, well, what I need you to do is that sounds good, Jason, but I need you to put that into an email and send that to me. Okay, put that all in there. And the reason why they want to do that is because it's probably over their authority and they want to just go talk to somebody, see if they can get it approved by them. Yes, it's for documentation and all that stuff like that. There's a lot of justification in that. But it's also, can somebody else help me with this? Now you have that. When I took the last 5 years of the losses, which actually last year of those had that $1 million loss coming off, they haven't had auto losses. They haven't had anything except for these property losses, paying over almost $600,000 a year, right? So I put it in chat and chat pulls up things that I saw. And then it pulls up things that I never saw. And here's the thing. The things that I saw, not only was it able to articulate it better than I could, but it was also able to go deeper and point out actual specifics that compared to exactly what it was trying to say that I should say. So not only was I just going there with like, we looked at this and you moved them out of this and now they're in this rate and this, and you're kind of giving specifics, but you're getting general. The best agents get really specific. They sit there and they take their time and they break this stuff out and down and they get like the actuaries do. And all of us other agents out there who just really take a good look at it, we do the best that we can, but we probably spend an hour on it where somebody else spends 5 hours on it. Well, now you can spend 30 minutes on it and do 10 hours worth of work. And you're using the same tools as the carrier. It showed me not only the things that I had already caught, but was able to go deeper and actually pinpoint exact examples too. It brought up things that I didn't even realize. When it started to break down, it started going out and comparing what other professional lines and general liability in this same class is actually paying. It's actually showed what the average claim is and what the average weight towards the rate It is if you have this many claims or this many claims. And it completely showed that not only were they raising the rate high on the property, but it was almost exactly in lockstep as the PL and GL. Now, I had realized that. That was something that I had realized, but I didn't have all this other stuff that brought it back to say, now, what did I do next? I said, that is fantastic, Scooter. Here's what I need you to do. I said, now I need you to put this into a form. Now that's just not me and you talking. Let's assume Jim, I'll call him Jim. I don't want to say my underwriter's name or anything. Jim, I said, let's just assume that Jim is who you're talking to. I need to get a 100% breakdown. I need you to pinpoint, as you did to me, all the areas and the rates and where things moved and they shouldn't have moved, or maybe they moved too high and they shouldn't have. Maybe they moved too low when they should have moved higher and we should have assessed rate. All that stuff you said. I said, I want you to put it together into a nice PDF, and then I want you to write the email that I'm going to send back to him. Now, keep in mind, I had already copied the whole email chain of us talking since February on this account, and I had put that in there. I mean, I put everything I possibly can in this damn thing. Okay. Now everything's in there. Boom. It replies to the email. I give it the PDF. It gives me the PDF. I put it in there and I send it off. The reply I get from John is, wow, you were very thorough in this, Cass. Please let me take this to my team. I think you've made some very valid points, but as you know, with the size of this account, I'm going to need to get approval higher. What happened? I got a call from the underwriting manager for the state of Illinois who said, Jason, I want to talk to you about this account. He said, I need you to get me this, and this. And I went and got all those things from the insured, give them to him. He says, I'm going to review this. And he says, I'll be back with you in the next 48 hours. Now, that was yesterday. Today is 7/9. It's 7/9. It's at 8:06 in the morning. So if you see me, or maybe I forget on the next podcast, I'll try to remember to give you the update. So the premium, $727,000. Okay, that's what the premium is right now on the quote. And I can't remember if it was it was like somewhere between 550 and 570-ish. It was right in that area, I'm pretty sure, closer to 570. But anyways, let's see what exactly they say, okay? Now, I will let you know, we did shop this thing like galore. If any of you guys have any options out there for over $100 million in property with some of these property losses, we couldn't find hardly any admitted carriers that would be willing to write this. And if they would, we could maybe get two, but there needed at least be 3 or 4 companies who split the risk. I got to be honest, I know that's probably a big thing out there in the property world. I've been in this industry for 24 years. I have never had to split out risks. That's just wild and crazy and shows that the market we're in. But the insured has chose, after we did our marketing review strategy in May, that they chose that they wanted to get other quotes. For all you guys who don't know, I just actually said the name and I'm having someone edit it. But for them, I want to make sure that it's fair for everybody. That's what's important. Okay, that's where we're coming from. So anyways, I'll get back with you on that. That's exciting. Wanted you to know about that. And then I'm going to close with this. I'm going to close with something here. The manual. I want to let you know, if you could, go to agencyintelligencemanual.com, download the manual. Okay, I'm telling you that people, I've never had any feedback in the emails that I am getting on this. That is no joke, no exaggeration. I've had at least 20. And if you said to me, Cash, you want to bet $100, how close could you get? I'm going to say 25. I know it's somewhere between there, of people who have come out and people who are big time people in the world. I had one of the top 5 brokers, their CIO called me and said, Jason, I want to talk to you about this. They're building stuff like this. This is being built actually bigger than I thought. And it's really, really cool. And I think some of the bigger brokers are going to try to create it so that they have an inside track. And agents, we don't want to get sucked into somebody else's vortex. We can build our own. Or we can pool together as independent insurance agents and have our own logic routing engine. So here's what I'm going to do. I've noticed if you listen to my last podcast, which was comprehension debt, we realized that if you have the manual, you're still not going to be able to fully understand it, to pass it to your team. So I want to take you on the journey that I've been on for the last 4 to 5 months, and I want you to come with me, and we're going to redo it. What's that mean? On July 23rd, I'm going to say this from the beginning. This is for champions only. You have to be a mastermind champion. But on July 23rd at 2 o'clock, we are going to have our first orientation meeting where we're going to show you guys the 8 next classes that we're going to have. You're going to get that up front anyways. We're going to go over what it is. And then we're going to give everybody an agency audit that Mitch and his team have created. It gives you 75 questions. It's a little bit more or less than that, but around 75 questions. It asks you about your technology. Very simple, easy questions to answer, but it gives you a printout of what he has created of a 0 to 159 score. As of right now, he's trying to get it down to 100. But he breaks them out on the relevancy of weighting, if you have this or you have that. And he's going to give you what one of the top 5 or what one of the 5 types of agencies there are. Okay, now here's the deal. If you're not in what we call the tech-enabled or AI-enabled, which we would say is stage 4 or 5, you're going to really want to start working on that in conjunction with learning about how to make this logic routing engine. Okay, you're going to have to do that. And the reason is because there's things foundationally you're going to need there so that we can foundationally build on the logic engine that will be overlaid with bots and then AI as we go through this. Okay, if you've read the manual, if you haven't, please go download it. It's out there. Okay, now what you're going to do, how you're going to do this is it's for champions only. I'm giving it to them for free because they've been with me since 2014, 2015. They're forward thinking agents. We don't sit in there and post about Flag Day or what we're doing with the rates of our companies. That's good stuff, but there are other forums for that. We're about tech. We're about driving community. We're about the independent insurance system. We're about sharing information, sharing technology. We know a lot of stuff about each other, and we're very open, and we encourage you to be a part of it. You can go to agencyintelligencemastermind.com, agencyintelligencemastermind.com, and you can sign up. It's $99 a month. Why do I charge? To keep the idiots out. If you right now heard me say $99 and you're like, oh, forget that, I'm not doing that, you're one of the people we're trying to keep out. We believe that those who put skin in the game are those who are going to really give value back to the group. We've been doing it for 11 years. We know it works. So we invite you to be a part of it. If you don't like it, leave. It's only a month-to-month membership, and it's not an individual membership. It's an agency membership. So anybody in your agency can sign up, and it's only $99. We then take that money and we put on brain share and stuff like that. But it allows us to know, hey, they're serious. If you want to be a mastermind member, go there. You can sign up, and then you're automatically going to be set up on a meeting with me. Not only do you get all the benefits and the meetings and all the awesome stuff of mastermind, but now you're going to get an 8-week, it's actually 9 when you include the first class, an 8-week course that is going to walk you through the manual. What's the goal? What are you going to walk away with? This is it. Here's what you're walking away with. You're walking away with a blueprint that you can go find a developer and make it yourself, or we're going to have a way that together we all can build one and we can just route ourselves into it. Okay? So building one and we route ourselves into it, or you're going to have the blueprint. This person will over here too, but you're going to have a blueprint that you could go get your own developer. You could go get your own person and say, here's exactly what I need because now I know it. Now you have lost the comprehension debt and earned back the knowledge through understanding. So that is what we're doing here. So once again, the first class is July 3rd. If you're just now hearing this, the first class is actually, I believe, August 16th or August 21st. It's one of those days. I apologize. I don't remember off the top of my head. That's the first class. But you want to make sure you're there on July 23rd because we want you to do the audit. Now, if you're hearing this and it's August 2nd or 3rd, hey, just hit us up. Get involved, Jason at agency or support at agency-intelligence.com. Hit us up and say, hey, I want to be part of that. We'll let you in and we'll get you the audit. It literally could take you like less than an hour to do the audit. And we imagine you might have to do it over time. You don't have to go find documents and you don't have to go find financials. Everything you know is that it asks, you're going to know off the top of your head, or you're going to have somebody in your office that does. Okay. All right. Just want you to know that, man. The manual is, in my opinion, unbelievable. It's going to be something that people, also, you're going to get the book for free if you come in there. The manual is something that today, it's like Cass is talking about that all the time. You're going to be talking about it in 12 to 24 months. Some of you may be 36 months, but most of you will be in 12 to 24 months. Everybody will have some part of this in their office. Okay? Promise you. Insurance GPTs, I believe is what it is. I want you to check that out. It's Jessica Weaver. She has created all these Chat GPT. I believe they're Chat GPT. These bots that you want one to fill out supplementals. You want one for servicing. You want for qualification. You want for marketing. Just go there. Check it out. It's Jessica Weaver. It's like insurance chat or insurancegpts.com, something like that. I actually wasn't even going to say her name, and I just now thought of it because I met with her yesterday talking about these bots. She opened up my mind to a whole nother thing that agents are doing. So she's not building the infrastructure, but guess what she's doing? She's building the bots. And she's not just building them. She's like actually hooking them up with APIs, and they do some pretty bad ass stuff. And you can get access to all of them and be using them by the end of the day. That's how easy she's made it, right? Now, when you think about those bots, you say, well, Jason, what's the difference? Those are bots that are trained to do something and help you in a generative way, or a script. It's trained that, hey, when this happens, this is what you do, those type of things, okay? But we're talking about, the manual talks about a structure, a nervous system that lives in your agency that routes tasks to the 22 buckets, to a handler, to succession, recorded and put on a dashboard, measured against the 14 metrics. That's what the logic routing engine is. And I gave you the map. Now I'm going to walk you through that map so that you can build it on your own. Why am I doing this? Because these other clowns out there don't understand and they don't know what we do. All you have to do is develop the technology, which is very easy to do in today's world. And now you don't need all these other clowns out here who are doing this. You can do it. Or we can get together. We can build one and hook up into it. This is not rocket science. It's like my buddy Travis says, this isn't rocket appliance. I love Travis. He's very quiet, but he's witty as shit. So anyways, hey, I want to let you guys know, thank you very much. I hope that you're able to do that. Go to agencyintelligencemanual.com to download it. It's free. It's free. Spend all my own money for you. Go download it. You can go to agencyintelligencemastermind.com. agencyintelligencemastermind.com. Go there, sign up. You can be automatically part of this class just by becoming a mastermind member. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you out there. Be sure to use those bots on those renewals. And I'm going to try to do my best to update you, but you'll be blown away. Just put in 3 to 5 years of information, put in the emails, put in some stuff, and then just start asking it questions. Hey, what do you think about this? Give me the pros, give me the cons. If you were the agent, what would you do? Give me the questions that I should be asking the underwriter. What are some of the things that I can ask the underwriter? What are some of the things I can ask my client that could help the underwriter? What are some things you're uncovering that no one's asking? It'll answer all those things for you and makes you an even better insurance agent. See, doesn't replace you, it enhances you. Come on, get out there and use it. You know what I do because I do it for you. Tell me your thoughts and tell me your ideas, and I'm going to tell the world what you have to say. This has been Jason Cass, and I am out.